What do you remember about the how they made the brooms? Now, what did they use to make the brooms out of?
To make what?
The brooms. What did they make the brooms out of?
The brooms?
The brooms. The brooms that they sweep with. Did they make
broom?
Yeah.
That was a... well, let's see.
Did they have to grow something?
That was broom corn.
It's broom corn?
Uh-huh.
Well, I didn't know that.
That was broom corn.
Okay. Okay. So then to make the handle of the broom, then they carved that out?
He had a thing up there. He put his broom in, and so much of the broom seed after he cleaned it, you know, after he got to clean the seed out of the broom corn stalk, well then he'd put it in a broom machine, and he put thread through it. So much of it would be in at one time, and then he'd put a string through it and around it, and that was it. And the handle, he'd have that in the bottom part, and then he'd put that broom corn in there around it, and then he sewed it around. Like you see thread, I can show you one of them.
Oh my!
I
got one. Great.
I can show you a broom. We have it car making this broom.
I have my recorder working because he's telling me stuff I never knew. Got it started now, didn't you?
You keep attention on it. Don't give attention on purpose.
Oh, is that actually one that was made there? Is that one that they made?
What?
Could we use that for reunion? Okay.
Clark made one, and Uncle Jim, I reckon, made the other.
Which one do you think is which?
Oh, I reckon this was Uncle. Well, this is the neatest.
Oh, it would be so awesome
Well,
to show that at the reunion.
This might have been Uncle Jim, and this might have been Clark.
August the 3rd. August the 3rd.
Maybe I can bring it. Can I bring them what you use?
Yeah, and
That's what
maybe so.
Well, you can say you saw a broom that was homemade.
Well, I tell you what, if you all can come to the reunion on August the 3rd, I'd like for you to bring it so we can show it to the family. That would be priceless. Absolutely priceless.
Send it with the family.
Show it to the family. The one that you think Jim Huffman made.
No, Saturday or Sunday.
It was Sunday, this afternoon.
I'll try the 3rd.
Morning to get ready. So they had to cut it down, take the top out of it. They had seeds on it. So then they took the seeds off of it, and how'd they do that? Then he made little bunches and put it in his broom machine and made brooms out of it. He was staying all day long making brooms. He saw them? Yeah. How much were they? How much did he sell them for? You remember how much he sold them? About $1.50 a piece? That was cheap enough, wasn't it?
Again, the idea is to get on evenly. I'm sorry? Oh yeah, they're all big brooms like this. They're big heavy brooms. The idea is to spread out along the wire and just let the wire lay it on.
There's a broom for
Now you can see it starts to look like a broom. It takes another staple to attach the cover to the handle. What I do now is take this wire buried under those ends, bring it up on the opposite side, and then turn this final little cap on the ends here. Now then, this, take a nail, set the nail halfway down or so. Oop, find that my tire on the way home. Then just wrap the wire once around the nail. Flip the wire off and set the nail. And just trim this on the end to make it a little more even, hopefully. I won't hit you. That's the first step in the process to get the broom on the handle. The wire is what holds the broom on the handle so it won't come off. 4 rows of stitching like the finished broom simply hold the shape of the broom. So if you take the band off, the broom comes open, see? The idea now is to put them here in the sewing clamp. Sewing clamp, squeeze them flat, holds them in shape while you sew. The problem is, you have to soak this material in water to make it soft so you can bend it. This broom's really wet from here down. The idea is to set them out like those back there, let the air get to them and dry them before you sew them together, see? This is a miracle of modern science. I happen to have a dryer in here that's ready to sew. Kind of like a cooking show. All this clamp does, squeeze the broom flat, hold it in shape while you stitch. These are called sail palms or sewing palms. They're used to push the needle back and forth through the broom. It's really just a thimble that fits in your hand. Use that metal dish to shove the needle. So what I do is tie a knot at one end of this line, tie my needle on the other end. The idea is to start this needle through, pull it to the knot on the end, tangles in the broom. Then you go around it twice with a cord. What I have now is a double ring all the way around. The way you sew is you start under the ring on this side, push the needle through so it goes out over top of the ring on the back side. Now the same way in reverse. Underneath on this side, out over top on the other side. That's all there is to it. Under and out over, under and out over. It's really just a weave back and forth across that double ring. When you go through from one side, you go through at a sharp angle like this. When you go from the other side, you push through at an opposite angle. All these stitches cross over each other and they all lock together. Also use a double pointed needle with the eye in the center. That's so you don't have to turn the needle all the time when you sew. It's like the shuttle on a loom. Put it through, stick it right back through again so you save the time. See the date these machines were made on the side here, September 10th, 1878. They're very old machines, very simple machines, but they are very well thought out. See, this metal plate's made at an angle so you can just lay the needle down on the plate and push. Always brings out above the ring on the opposite side. So when you come down to the end down here, there is an end to this. The idea is just to turn this needle back against that stitching. It makes a little lock stitch on the end. Just cinch that up tightly, flip this off and make it loose. Once you have all 4 rows on, the idea is to trim them so they're even on the ends. That's what the old fodder chopper hidden back there is for. We use that to chop corn and straw for the cattle. Happens to work out well for cutting the ends off the broom. This is a broom rake. It's like a curry comb. Just comb through and take out anything that's loose that doesn't belong. And this is a pair of sheep shears. I use that to finish trimming. This particular style broom I call a sidewalk broom. It has a reed added to the middle called palmyra. It's like bamboo. It makes them very stiff. You can scrub with these, push fast in the snow, things like that, but they're too stiff to use inside the house. Red and blue strings are all broom born like the one I just made. They're soft, you can use them anywhere. This broom's made for the outside. All that's left now is to put my name on. Whose turn is it to lick the label?